glaze up, gives you the impression that it's going to have far less fat in it compared to the other lasagnas. But hang on a minute, you pick up this standard lasagna. It doesn't claim to be low fat, but in fact it has less fat in it than the low fat option. The whole thing is just a bit confusing. To get to the bottom of all this puzzling packaging, I've come to meet marketing heavyweight Chris Arnold. Hey Chris, how you doing? Hopefully you can unravel some of the mystery around a lot of these diet foods that reduce fat, the light. How do you go about making something 30% less fat or light or whatever?
Well, go and get me a chicken burger and I'll show you exactly how to do it.
Right. Can I get one chicken burger, please?
Sure. You like lettuce and mayonnaise?
Yeah, I'll have lettuce, mayonnaise, do the works.
Coming up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Chris has been the brains behind some big-time product campaigns.
You're going to make it 30% less fat.
In an instant, I'm going to turn it into a light burger.
You're going to add some real spin to my burger.
Absolutely.
Lovely job. Thank you very much. There we go. So, tell me what to do.
You're going to need a knife.
Yeah.
And inspired by polo mint, chop the centre out.
Really? To say that a food is light, it simply has to be 30% lower in one typical value, such as calories or fat, than a similar product.
You now have 30% less, and it's now light. And what you also have is a more interesting product.
So, what kind of spin are you going to do to create that into something that tells a story about healthy living?
Well, firstly, we can call it like the chicken light bagel burger. That's
Right.
quite good because bagels also have an association with healthiness. Although it's technically not a bagel, you can use the phrase.
So what else have you got?
Well, we can start by packaging them up in different ways. So, for example, this is done in a very traditional kind of design.
The chicken light, straight away. The bagel burger refers to the whole savour, the flavour, it's evocative. Wholesome.
And lots of nice fresh vegetables with it.
Ticks all over the place. It looks like a greengrocer's at the background.
Absolutely.
And making a product 30% smaller is just one clever way that manufacturers can call a food light.
Can't legally put all this on here.
Well, with 30% less fat than traditional chicken burgers, we've got a natural source of protein and vitamin B6, which you'll find in chicken. So that's honest and truthful.
But if you're putting something like this tape measure in, that's really saying to people visually, that's going to help you reduce your waist line.
Playing off with your perceptions, it's using those associations you have with certain key words.
But how do you get away with it?
Well, I think the fair thing to say is that almost everything is within regulations. It's just probably the regulations are very weak.
And with a little more word wizardry and inventive imagery, the light bagel can be cleverly marketed to rustic food lovers. Or just as easily rebranded as the perfect product to fill our kids' lunchboxes.
I mean, you've twisted it so many ways.
Yeah, I could probably sell this to vegetarians.
God, you're nothing but a used car salesman, aren't you? So if you really boiled it down, why do products like this work?
The public are not as educated as they think, and it's the perceptions that you can play off.
The new Chicken Light Bagel Burger. 30% less fat and a whole load more flavour. How's it taste, boys?
Great.